Go back to the massive fire burning at that medical warehouse in Tracy, the Medline medical warehouse. The map shows the location, the 1 million square foot warehouse where it stands, and it is charred right off the 205 next to several distribution centers. The company Medline says everybody inside the warehouse has been accounted for, no injuries. All right, let's go back to our team coverage. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras is live at the scene with the very latest updates. Our chief meteorologist, Monica Woods, has been tracking the weather conditions surrounding this fire. So, Gabe, let's start with you and what the very latest is in Tracy.
Yeah, well, the firefight is still very active here. I want to mention one thing we haven't really talked a lot about. The Medline here is one of Tracy's biggest employers, about 1,000 employees that work here in total, and it's hard to see right now just because of the smoke here, but right here is the parking lot. There are still a lot of cars in the parking lot there. I know some employees have been worried about their cars possibly having been burned. We don't know a number on how many vehicles have been burned in this fire. But it's hard to see, but in the distance there is a parking lot there, and a lot of the cars there do seem to be okay. Obviously a lot of smoke damage. And as we pan over to the other side now, you'll see where the active firefight is really taking place right now. This has been the focus of the attention all morning as a fire truck comes by right now. You can see that they have 2 ladder trucks with hoses putting water on this fire. We're told that over 1 million gallons of water easily have now been used to try to douse these flames. But really with this a warehouse like this, a 1 million square foot warehouse, these 2 streams aren't going to do a whole lot. It seems that they are going to let this kind of burn out and just monitor to make sure that it doesn't spread anywhere else, obviously to try to calm the flames just as much as they can. That's exactly what they're doing there. They're fighting some winds, though, I can tell you. I mean, you could just tell by how much the smoke is blowing that there are obviously some strong winds, and you see that stream of water. It doesn't go super far just because it's battling the winds going in that same direction there. And I want to also mention, too, inside the facility, we're getting a better idea of what was inside. Fire officials today told us that this facility was outfitted with several robots, 174 robots, according to Medline. They unveiled about $500 million in upgrades to this facility just in September, where they added 174 robots to do a lot of work there. The problem with that, according to fire officials, is that they have lithium-ion batteries on them. So you got to imagine well over 170 lithium-ion batteries in this facility alone, which is probably one of the reasons they believe as to why this has taken so long to go out. Obviously, so many materials going inside that are on fire right now. I also want to mention, too, you asked earlier, Walt, about why we were wearing the masks. I have an update from the Department of Public Health here in San Joaquin County. We're told that the chemicals that were consumed in this fire include respiratory irritants, carcinogens, toxic gases, and at least 1 neurotoxin. Back live out here, officials say that there's no real concern for the public right now, but those who do have weak immune systems and kids should try to stay indoors as much as possible. Obviously, if you're this close to the fire, you'll want a mask on, you'll want to be safe, but it's still a very active, dynamic scene here, almost going on 24 hours now since the fire started. Walt?
Yeah, Gabriel, when you started your live report about 2 minutes ago, we could barely see you, so I think everyone understands why you're wearing the mask. Are they putting, is there any of this building that you know of that's been saved, is salvageable, or is this whole building gone?
Well, fire officials told us earlier that it is a complete loss. I think they told us that actually yesterday. They already saw the writing on the walls here, and the literal walls here are caving in. You'll see them. That right here, the structure has not officially collapsed per se, but areas of the roof you could definitely see have caved in, and the walls are obviously leaning in an unnatural way there. And as we just look at the entire facility, there really does not appear that anything was saved. There is a bit of good news, and that is that apparently some of the truck trailers that were parked here were saved. Crews are hoping to be able to get in some truck drivers at some point today when things do get safe, to be able to move those trucks that did survive. But in terms of the building here, this 1 million square foot facility, it's a total loss, Walt.
Yeah, they got to stay on top of that fire so it doesn't spread to other structures and the wind picking it up into the field, so I can understand why they're still putting water on that. Gabriel Porras, thank you. Please be safe. Keep that mask on. We'll continue following this one throughout the morning on the free ABC 10 streaming app. Stay tuned as we work to learn more.